Boom, boom, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Alright, I got a little Bleach Immortal Souls up on tap today. So, they dropped the Beast. Day before yesterday, actually. They dropped him, but they had a little display issue on what his actual damage was, so they had to do a hot fix, which they performed last night. So we'll go ahead and take a look at him now. So here he is, full hollow Ichigo. Pretty intense when it comes to the look. Of course, they did a really good job. Looks just like he did in the anime, of course. So let's take a look at the skills and see if the skill set actually qualifies to make him as powerful as he actually is. And I think they did a really good job. First of all, the talent is excellent. In non-PvP modes, increases all characters' attack, def, and HP by 3%. That's just amazing for anybody if you're going to use him in the story mode, which you should be, of course. That's just simply pretty powerful in terms of making the higher levels in the story a little bit easier. Basis of skills: deals bleed to a single enemy, deals damage and bleed 2 rounds. There's a 40% chance to reduce the target's rage by 200. So another rage steal, just like Shinji. This skill has a dual effect. Dual meaning that the fewer characters on the field, the higher their damage. So each character missing damage does increase by 10%. So as your team, if you're losing, say if you've lost a couple of players, a couple of your team members, he's going to be dealing out more damage, which is excellent. If you get in trouble, definitely want to have him in your team. This is one of the ones I like. I definitely like the rage skill because of the fact that it removes all buffs from an enemy column. Okay, then deals damage to the enemy column and deals 15% of the target's damage reduction rate and damage rate for 2 rounds, and you gain the hot shot effect. And you grant smash after you awaken the weapon, but this master skill proc chance of the next attack is 100%. And as you can see, you got quite a bit in skill chance, and then of course the straight damage on the third, and then on the 4th star you get his another passive. When Ichigo attacks a character's HP is less than his own, damage is increased. When a target's HP is more than his own, Ichigo regenerates. So there's your regeneration life steal. To a percentage of the damage deals for each Azure Dragon ally on the field. Ichigo's attack increases 15% to a maximum of 15. Okay, so that's pretty, it's a pretty good skill set. Definitely a sustained skill set with the rage stealing and life steal. So that's going to make him a pretty powerful character. So let's take a look at his rage, and you get to see what it looks like. So we'll get a rage here beginning. We should, yeah. So as you can see, he does a zero. So it's the zero coming out of his horns. If you watched it in the anime, you saw him go up against, and he was able to completely negate Iroquois zero. So that's interesting. So coming out the horns like that, yeah, it's just pretty cool. Nukes the whole screen is what it looks like, even though it's in the column. He can do a ton of damage, as you can see. So he's definitely going to be a good character. So it's definitely something you want to get. And he's at 30 shards. So they will most likely have a pool for him, and you'll get him at 2-star, just like they did for Grimmjow. That's what they had. Grimmjow was at 30 shards. They had an event, and you got him after your 30 shards, and he was 2-star. So it's going to do the same thing. So they're probably already having the event on the beginning server, so I get my stuff later. So because I'm at like 100, server 100, so I'm out there a ways. But so it takes a little bit longer for me to get this stuff. But yeah, I'm just glad that I finally got him, and this will allow me to focus on my team now. So I've been testing out the Sohol team. I've been using the White Tiger right now. I've been running Grimmjow. Okay, and then I've been using White Tiger. I've been using Ichigo. Not regular Ichigo, White Ichigo. And then I've been using Vermilion. I've been Shinji. Black Tortoise. I've been using Yuraku. So, and then I've been throwing in Yamamoto and Kenpachi as the other two, and that forms the team. It works pretty good. I've been testing it out in the squad boss, and I'm able to get, even with, because that team's not very good. Grimmjow's only at 2. Shinji's not fully leveled up to 3. And I've only got Yurako at 3. stars, and I'm still able to do pretty much the same amount of damage that I do with my other full team, simply because I live a little bit longer. I'm able to get an extra run against the squad boss before he does his second rage, where he shoots that zero at you, which pretty much does a lot of damage. So I'm able to stay in a little bit longer because these first 2 rounds doesn't have as much effect as it normally does. So it works out pretty good. Once I get it full, I think it'll be a really viable team. And the team that I really want to build, of course, is right here. And I'm hoping that I can, I'll have to do testing to see which one it is, and to see which one is better in terms of more damage. But I really want to go with the Dragon Soul team, because you can use Ichigo in that one right there, and that would allow me to use the main character that I want from that standpoint. But unfortunately, there's a lot of white tigers in there that are very good as well too, and I have a lot of those as well. So we're going to have to see. We're going to have to line it up and see how it goes. But I think I can get, I think I can get by with the Azure Dragon team, and stick it up right here. It just got to contain Ichigo, 1 white tiger, 1 vermilion bird, and 1 black tortoise. Okay, and I can do that and still have Ichigo in there. So this should be good. And then I can fill in, of course. I can fill in with another, another character, and still have the basic team that I want. I don't particularly want to run 3 Ichigos, but I am still going to work on the main Ichigo just to get him up there. So I've got the basis for the team right now once they come out with an event, and I'll have all the characters, and then I'll just be starting to focus all of my Omnis shards onto those characters, because it takes a little while to get them up. I'm going to be focusing on, on White Ichigo. Really not happy with the Kenpachi shards. It takes too long for that store to reset. Plus, it costs 1,000 Soul Jade to reset it. But I might have to do that a few times. But I got to wait until once I get full Ichigo, I'm going to start focusing on trying to get some of the weapons. And I'm really glad that they had this, and that they had the event that's up right now. They had the event just recently, where you could get White Ichigos or Nellels. You could get shards for the characters, as well as their sword, their weapon, the Bankai. So that was excellent. And then I was come up short. I run out of Soul Jade. I've got this because of the growth plan. I leveled up to 82 when I did. I got a bunch of Soul Jade, so that refilled my Soul Jade up. You should purchase that growth plan, by the way. If you could look into your recharge and go down to your growth plan, it's right here. This is an extremely good value, because you're constantly, every time you go up 3 levels, you constantly get a hunk of Soul Jade, and once you purchase it, you get all the back. So if you purchase it right now, you'll get all the way back to the beginning. You get all this Soul Jade at once. That's a lot of Soul Jade. So, and that will be good for this event coming up with full hollow Ichigo. That way you'll be able to do a lot of pulls on him, and hopefully get him past 2 stars. Because anytime they have a 30 shard character, you're going to get him. It's going to be a 2-star character when you get him. So you'll have to work through 3 and 4. You at least want to give him to 4 so you can activate all of his skills. But I came up short on the actual, when it came to the actual thing. I only got 37 of his shards for the weapon. You need 50. I got another 5 because they have him in the event. If you look at the limited time exchange, they've got his shards right here. You can get 5 more shards. So I got 5 more today. And you can get 20 coins a day if you run 10 battles in the battle arena. Each time you run, you get 2 coins, as you can see right here. I run 10 today. So just by simply doing 10, you can get 20 a day. So this and I won't get it tomorrow. I only have 32 at the end of tomorrow. But no, I have 30. Yeah. So, but I will get it the next day. Okay. So, I should be able to do it. I might have to go with a little bit of the daily packs. As you can see right here, you can get an extra 5. I might need an extra 5 or something. But you can purchase these for a couple. Yeah, I don't mind shelling out at $4.99 or something just to get the extra coins needed to make sure I get the weapon. That's a waste of time. And I also got. I'm going to be looking. I assume they'll have. Hopefully they'll have pretty soon. They'll have another way for me to get more shards for. This right here is Yuraku's weapon, right here. So that's one of the reasons I'm using him as my next character, is simply because of the fact that I can get his sword. This right here is, of course, I got those when I did the thing there, so I really didn't want those, didn't need them. This is Yamamoto's. I already got Yamamoto's weapon, but so this would just be another weapon for him. Back when they had a soul box for him, so that's where that came from. But yeah, I definitely want to get the extra 8 shards that I need. So I'm going to be keeping an eye out for his weapon, so that I can get that for him to awaken his weapon as well. And that should increase the power, give me an extra boost in attack. So that's the team, and that's the plan that I've got right now. But yeah, you should definitely focus on one of the Sage teams. I think it's going to be really, really, really helpful in terms of completing some of the upper levels in the story. You might be able to get to some of those levels and clear them before you actually, really could under normal circumstances. That Sage team's going to go up as well too. I've got it at 32% damage reduction on the first 2 rounds, but as you level up the Soul Hall, that's going to go up to 33. You're going to be able to increase it, which is why I'm saving a lot of my money and saving a lot of my crystals that go into that, because I want to actually see. If you look at, let's just take a look at Yamamoto here. These metallurgy crystals. So I've got 10,000 of these. So I'll be able to use these, and I'll be, with all the cash, and I should be able to successfully power up whichever soul hall it is I'm going to decide to use. It's just, I got to look and see which one I'm best suited for. I'm leaning, in actuality, I should be able to get by with the Dragon Soul Hall. I should be able to do it fine and keep it everybody that I want to. But I do want to test it out, form the team, and make sure everything works good on it. Because I've tested the White Tiger and it's effective, very effective. But I want to test this one out as well too before I make the final decision. And once I do, I'm just going to start throwing. Throw the coinage and throw the crystals at it, and level it up, max it out. I won't be able to max it out, but I'll be able to get pretty high, which should increase my damage dramatically. I could be able to get maybe 50-55% damage reduction for the first 2 rounds. You'll be able to fly through some of the story modes, and it should be very, 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 very helpful inside of PvP. I'm hoping you can use it inside of PvP. Actually, I think I'll test it out tomorrow. I've only been testing the boss on the squad boss, and it's been very effective there. But I'll apply it tomorrow into my arena team and see if it's effective there as well, and see how well it works. But it usually, to be quite blunt, a lot of the arena things only last 2 or 3 rounds. So having it on the first 2 greatly increases. It should enable you to beat some of the teams that don't have it, that are higher soul power, maybe even higher initiative. Because whoever has the highest initiative gets to go first, and in a lot of cases that's all it takes to win the bout. If you have roughly the same amount of soul power, the person with the highest initiative is going to win. Okay, and plus, even if your soul power is a little bit less than who you're doing, as long as you go first, you usually stand a pretty good chance of winning as well too. So high initiative is very important. So you definitely want to focus on the archive as well too, because pumping parts into that. Not too happy where they stuck him at. I was really hoping that they were going to stick him at Inner World, even though I really didn't think. I was pretty sure that he was going to get stuck right here, because the battle was you only see Full Hollow Ichigo is only in the anime. I'm pretty sure the only time you ever saw him in this form was when he annihilated Iroquois. So I'm pretty sure that was where he was going to be, and that's where they stuck him at. Unfortunately, I don't have him, which means I'm going to be a little limited on my on my initiative until I can get my hands on him. So I'm going to get him. I'm not going to level him up or anything right now. I mean, of course, as in-game goes and stuff, and then once I've fully maxed out some of the other characters, then yeah, I'll start focusing on their. But I'm not going to focus on him. I'm just going to get him so I can rack up the initiative on that. And I'm happy I got this right here because now I can rack up the initiative on Shinji, and I can rack up the initiative on Lisa as well. And I wanted to get this one simply because I wanted to be able to rack up the initiative on him, because I can rack up the initiative on on all my main team except for Ichigo and both Ichigos. Okay, but the problem is they haven't entered this character yet, which I don't like. If he's not, I should still be able to. I should still be able to increase the favors. You can see I've got them both as associate because I use them both, but I can't go any higher because they haven't dropped this character out yet. So they should at least have something that you can do to fill. I'm saving this stuff up because I was saving it up. I'm saving it up. I'm going to run of it some on Shinji, and I was going to run some of it on Ichigo once I get full Hollow Ichigo once I get him. So that's why I'm storing some of that stuff for right now. It's not really helping me one way or the other, you know. And you know, make sure that you do run those battle arenas because you get the tickets for this to get the items inside of the reward. You don't have to win. It's just challenge. You could lose, but you still get the credit. So purchase, you know, you can do your 5 free and then purchase 5 tickets just so you can do it, and you'll get 20 of these. And you know, you might not be like me. I'm going for the shards, but there's some characters in here that you might want. They got Raniero, and they've got Ikaku. I think this is SSR version of him, and then they've got Tozen in here, and they've got Kenzie. So there's some good stuff in here, you know, if you're looking at them. Me, I'm going for this. If you got NLL, you might want to go for NLL's thing. And if you do this, then you can do a weapons pack, and this is what I'm going to be focusing on next. Because I'm not really sure. I'm assuming that this weapon right here will be the same weapon that they use for Full Hollow Ichigo. I'm thinking, because I don't recall there being anything different in the battle. He basically used the same sword that he was using before he went into a Full Hollow mode, and they didn't mention anything about changing the actual weapon. So this weapon should be, you could use these for both Ichigo and Full Hollow Ichigo. They might come out with something different. They might come out with maybe a mask or something as something. Actually, can you see that? Can we look at that right now? We might be able to look at that. But I don't think I have profile available to look at the character until I actually have him. No, I can't see what his weapons. You can't really see exactly. Yeah, right here it is. Right here it is. So yeah, okay. So they're gonna have. It looks like they're gonna have the sword, and that looks like that's Ichigo's sword. But this is it in it. This is it in its other version. This is in the Bankai version. The Ichigo version the sword that you're getting from the SSR pack is for Ichigo. So this is going to be Zangetsu, the Zangetsu version of the sword. So yeah, so that's going to be different, a little bit different in terms of that. Okay, and this here is some of the bonds. So yeah, there it is. Tenza Zangetsu. Yeah, that's the Zangetsu version. Is what we're going to need. So a different sword. Flow of water, that's easy to get. The Zenjutsu Chum's easy to get. And then the mask. Okay. Zangetsu. So yeah, Tensa Zangetsu. So that's what we're going to need sword-wise. So another sword. Hopefully they'll do a box. Hopefully they'll do a soul box event for him. And they'll have shards as well for the weapons too. We'll have to see. That would be extremely generous of them if they did that. I'll be surprised if they do. But it would be nice if they do that, just so you could get the weapon as well. Okay, so all right, I'm gonna go ahead and close out the video. But yeah, so Full Hollow Ichigo is up and he is in there. So time to get those teams formed, the Sage team, so start knocking that out, because I think that'll benefit. It's something you're definitely looking for in-game. They've still got some more characters to come out, so if your favorite character hasn't come out, you might see it. But I think they've only got like 7 or 8 characters left based on the archive for the characters that are going to enter out. So hopefully we'll be seeing some. I assume we'll probably see a couple other, maybe an SR character to an SSR character, and then we'll get to see a couple of new characters as well. But they've pretty much just got them all. So any characters they introduce now are just going to be characters that were on probably, some bit in one of the arcs, but we'll see. Alright, so thanks a lot for watching the video, everyone. Remember to put a like on the video and subscribe to my channel. Also, once you subscribe, you'll see a bell. If you click on that bell, you will get notified each time I drop a video. So, thanks a lot for watching. And this is Kenrir coming at you from the corner, signing out.